Hello, lovely people. I guess we are live now, and today's live stream is going to be all about the week that it is coming, which is let me check on the sound first in case I'm not talking. All right, the sound, it seems good. All right, so today we're going to look into the upcoming week, which is the 1st to 7th of November 2021. And before we jump into the all-star sign thing, the first thing that I'm going to do, and I'm looking forward to it, in fact, it is to see what the general energies of the week are. And for that reason, I'm just going to do a simple spread on it. It's going to be just the general over the week, and then we're jumping to the 12, I was about to say 4, although that wouldn't be wrong, to the 12 star signs. And while I'm shuffling, let me just explain you how the live stream is working here on the channel. Hello Sandy, welcome to the live stream. Hopefully you would enjoy your time here. And for those who are new to the channel, new to the content, in those live streams I do readings on portions. So there are 3 portions for the star signs. I don't know if I'm expressing myself correctly, but the first portion is the first 4 star signs, Aries to Cancer, and then I do make a break of about 5 to 7 minutes. In this break, it is where the free giveaway reading is happening, and everything you gotta do to participate into it, guys, it is just to input a question into the comments of the live stream. Just hold on a second as I drop the card. Of course, if you do wish a personal reading with me, you can go to my website, which you're gonna find into the description down below, and there at the very front page you're gonna see a full list of my services, as well their pricing. And today as well is the last day of the queue for the monthly tarot readings and for the Lenormand Legrand tableau. I hope I do pronounce it right. Hello Danny and Rebecca, welcome to the live stream as well. Hope you enjoy your time here. So yeah, that is how you do get a free reading with me through the breaks that I'm doing throughout the live stream. And anybody who supports the channel, me, and what I do through Super Chat is gonna get their reading at the end of the live stream regardless. Through Super Chat, you can also put the inquiry what that reading want to be about, or if there is no inquiry, it's going to be just a general reading for the week for you. I'm cool. Thank you, Sandy. All right, let's check on the general energies of the upcoming week. And that is going to be the spread, by the way, that I'm gonna read in the stream or for the all 12 star signs. The first card that describes the topic of the upcoming week. The second card is going to describe the challenges of the upcoming week. So the first one, we do have the 8 of Wands. The second one is going to be the 5 of Wands. The third one that describes the helping energies or the helping aspects of the week. That will be the King of Pentacles, and the last card does describes the wraparound or the ending of the cycle. How the week is gonna end for us. What will be the summary of all that? So as we do have the King of Pentacles on the 3rd position, that is some kind of an individual, so I'm going to throw one additional card. We do have the Ace of Pentacles, so really a good week it is. In general, it is before us. Within this week, there are a few aspects that we need to look for. The first aspect, that is a sudden turnaround, and as those turnarounds are happening into the 2nd position of the spread, that pretty much speaks that they are going to be quite unwanted and quite unexpected. Also, take it that way, that when things are going great, something suddenly happens and things are going in south way. or rather like they are taking to a sour. And that is going to really annoy us, aggravate us, and is going to put us into rather uncomfortable position. That is the negative aspect of the week. And the reason for that happening is because the certain undertakings that we may undertake throughout the week just hadn't been meant for us, and therefore whatever it is to deteriorate, should there be such a thing, it is because simply either we don't need it or it is not for us to take. Now, on the plus side of the week, people are going to happen to be quite generous toward us in general, but their generosity is not a charity. That is very important for us to remember. The generosity most likely is gonna come from a people who are well satisfied and well established, so to speak. They almost have everything going on for them around them, and now it is that they seek to, I can't really say it, help. It's more like brag about it, but through that bragging, you know, we get to take advantage of it. And that generosity of theirs, it just happened to offer us a chance to just further our goal, either career wise or our relationship wise as well. So that is an amazing week for all of us, regardless what star sign we are, to truly establish some successful business maneuvers through the generosity of these people, or to establish some harmonious partnerships, harmonious relationships as well, again through the generosity of these people. Although if it is about an intimate relationship, it will feel like pity. It's like someone has a pity for us and that's why they're with us, you know, but it is just only how it's gonna feel like. And the summary of all that, it's just is going to be that we'll make, well, for one, is going to make our life a little bit more easier, and for two, I don't know how to describe it, so I'm going to say it straight, is going to make us change certain concepts of ours for the future, and that will lead to changing some plans into of our life for the future as well. The change is going to be petite, is going to be minor at start, but it could lead to a huge stuff and huge thing. Hello, Crystal. Glad you're around as well. Truth be told, first time I'm seeing you around. Well, Simone, it should be quite late in Portugal right now. 1 a.m. if I am in Austria as well, Ella. Welcome to the stream. Quite late for you guys. Don't you have to wake up for work in about few hours? All right, so going forward now, moving to the Aries and see what week Aries are going to experience. Oh, you haven't moved the clock yet? Or you have? It's a holiday tomorrow, I get it. Well, lucky you. All right, so Aries, first one we have for you, Aries, that is going to be the Judgment card. Moving next, we do have the Page of Pentacles, followed by the second one, the third one, I'm sorry, which is happened to be the Three of Wands. And the last one, that will be the Empress. It's quite trivial situation that Aries will have to face into the upcoming week. I'm gonna draw one more card for the Page of Pentacles. That is going to be the Queen of Wands. Well, that's, like I said, lucky you guys. So that will be the Queen of Wands for the Page of Pentacles, okay? And like I said, quite of a trivial situation for Aries. Long story short for Aries is that in this week, you guys, especially who are Aries rising, you are to stumble upon a quite of a way or a door through. Well, if you are Aries rising, that is most likely gonna find you. It's kind of like a way out or a way through, out of difficulties, out of confusing situation, or it is just if you have found yourself lost by that moment, not knowing what to do with your job, with your love life, or with your life in general. A way how to move forward is gonna strike you suddenly, especially those, like I said, who are Aries rising. And if your life had been a mess by now, or certain aspects of your life had been a mess by now, they are gonna be set, or order is to be bestowed upon them. And the pieces of the puzzle that you are trying to figure out, they are going to snap into their places where they belong. Now, let's talk about the problem that you are going to have. For one, there is a person around you whom you both are very devoted into one another. You both kind of like see a lot of value into your relationship. It could be a business relationship, a parent-child, all right, parental relationship, friendship, or intimate, it doesn't matter. Now, the problem is that this new way through, it's unfathomable for the Page of Pentacles, for that person that you put so much value into. And by all means, that's not the wrong thing for you to do. What I mean is that putting a value into them, it is not a bad thing at all. It's just into this way through, like that way through could be, I don't know, some kind of an offer, some kind of a job, maybe a way through. It is where you decide to move away at a new place. It will be different for each one of you depending on what kind of a situation you're finding yourself at. But the problem is that the page, it's not going to be able to fathom the way through, and thus from an asset into your life, they will turn to become a liability, especially if we're talking about some kind of a job, some kind of a career development here. They will just not going to be able to keep up with the pace, and you won't going to be able to drop them off either. So it's a liability that you're going to have in the face of a person that you are quite attached into. Now that's I don't know how to even describe that. This situation could improve into the future, but it could improve as well if you decide to drop off this opportunity, let's name it that way. But it will feel way too perfect for you to do so. For many of you Aries, it's gonna feel like it is the once in a lifetime opportunity. It is because, guys, you are to find yourself sitting on quite of a established patterns. It's just everything is gonna make sense, and your expectations are going to be met when this opportunity hits you. Okay, when this way through it materializes for you, and neither you would want to drop off that friendship, that relationship, or to abandon this person. Neither you would want to miss on this opportunity. And so for you at the end of the week, for what it seems, it is that you are gonna cut yourself a little bit of a break. So you can withdraw from either of those aspects, the positive and the negative as well, and think about a decision that you have to make in order how to approach the situation as whole, so it can serve every single one, you and that person that you are very, very devoted to. Okay, so ultimately at the end, you will, how can I say, find a middle ground. You will be able to get the hang of it. well, it's just you're gonna get you will be able to find a way through into both of these situations. It is just the week, like I said, it's going to be quite trivial for you, and for the most part, you know, you are going to be banging your head against the wall trying to figure out how to win without losing. Okay, how to win a way through without a losing person that you do have a lot of devotion into. So that was about Aries. Well, it is, Crystal. Wow, Ella, yeah. I mean, when you get sick, you suddenly being reminded how grateful you should be, or you should be, for life in general and what life you have. Because guys, I will tell you that, you know, I may have these problems throughout the day. Sometimes I may fall into depression, you know, for one or another thing. I may be dissatisfied of many things, you know. But when a kidney crisis hits me, because I have these time to time, all of these concerns that I had beforehand, they all seem irrelevant, so puny. They really seem so puny. And in that moment, I do realize that it doesn't matter am I rich or am I poor. It doesn't matter if I have somebody to love me or not. None of it matters. I just want the pain to stop. And that is when you do realize that health, that is the most valuable currency in the world. Happy Halloween, Tara. We do not celebrate Halloween here in my country. We are Orthodox. We do have another holiday, but I don't really know what it is. I'm not that much of into holidays at all. I don't remember when I celebrated Christmas. It was so long ago. All right, so Taurus, a first one for you, Taurus. That is going to be the Seven of Pentacles, followed by the High Priestess. Wow, that's such a conflicting cards. Oh my god. After that, we do have the Five of Pentacles, and the last one that is going to be the Nine of Pentacles. They are conflicting cards, the first two. It is because the conflict for you, Taurus, it is within you. This is how you're gonna spend your week. Before we go into the Taurus reading, AstroChick, thank you so much for your 5 Canadian. Thank you so much, AstroChick. Let me put you into the list, and at the end of the live stream, I'm going to make you a reading. Yes, street cat. That's true also. So for Taurus, like I said, it's going to be a week that will be dappled with internal struggle. Now, it's quite of a spiritual reading. It's going to affect mostly Taurus Sun. Taurus rising are going to feel those energies towards the end of the week, where they're going to stumble upon an opportunity to make huge leap into their development, either career-wise or either relationship-wise. And the problem is that they will need to make a sacrifice so that to happen. Most likely sacrifice with with how they do life, with their lifestyle in general. Okay, sacrifice with, for example, sacrificing having a sip of alcohol every evening, sacrificing of smoking, you know, sacrificing of something that you like to do, that you like to, I don't know, that you like to have in your life. But for Taurus rising, for Taurus, a all right, Astro Chick. But for a Taurus Sun, the whole week is going to be one hell of a struggle internally. Should I go for it or should I not go for it? Now, everything within you is going to be saying to you, you gotta go for it. Okay, you just have to do something about your life, about that field in your life which is in store, which is stuck. However, another part of yourself is going to tell you that it's not the time right now. I can't even describe it. Well, it's telling you in such a way, the impression that you're gonna have, it is that if you go for it right now, it will happen that you will pay way more than you are gonna get in return. Whether that is going to for a date, whether that is going for some kind of a project, whether that is going for buying a home even, all right? So that is going to be the conflict that is going to struggle within you, Taurus. And throughout the week, you are going to go back and forth with that struggle, and all falls to what I said for the Taurus rising, that you are not going to get as much as you would invest because of something about your lifestyle once more. Either you're way too kind for it, all right, or either you're way too indifferent, or you do something that it is incompatible with whatever leap into development is awaiting you forward. Okay, but regardless of the struggle throughout the week, the inner struggle toward the throughout, oh my god, throughout the week for you, Taurus, it seems that by the end you are gonna pick it up together, and eventually you are gonna make that step forward toward this leap of development. And this leap of development, it's good night, Ella. In this leap into development, by those cards states that if that's about the job, well, that is going to be the big job, all right? If that's about a date or a dating stage in your life, that is going to be the person that you are gonna date with. Okay, if it's about changing a place to live, is going to be the place that you're gonna feel most comfortable about. So this internal struggle is only about you to become more compatible with what situation awaits you forward. But one is certain, Taurus, the upcoming week is about to present you, you can't even say it that it is an opportunity, guys. It's a way to grow, okay? It's a way to develop in a very, very big way. And ready or not, you are about to take it. Those who are Aries rising with less struggle than those who are Aries, not Aries, but Taurus rising with less struggle than those who are Taurus Sun. Egypt, hello, welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy your time around. And moving next, we do have Gemini. Hey, Sally. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, by the way, guys, this is going to be probably the last week that there will be no videos up. As you probably know, I went through some medical procedures and so on and so forth. And I wasn't really in a much of a shape to make 12 videos every week. That is a huge thing to do, at least for me. You know, 7 years late, still huge thing for me to do every week. So, but I hope that from the next week moving forward, the video roles every week is going to be restored. So for Gemini, the first one, that is going to be the Five of Pentacles. Moving next, we do have the Page of Cups, followed by the Star card, and the last one that we do have for you, Gemini, that is going to be the Nine of Swords. Let's draw one more for the Page of Cups here, and that will be the Ten of Wands. It's definitely not a good place to be with. And it's going to be not a particularly pleasant week for you, Gemini, at least not at the start of it, okay? Because you will have to face, throughout the week, you will have to face problems that you have with somebody else, which you both have some kind of emotional attachment to one another. So it's either a family member or it's either a lover, one of the two, okay? It's very well maybe one of your children if you do have such, or maybe your husband or a wife, whatever. And the week is gonna revolve around all about addressing the problems that you do have in between one another. You know, the disagreements, the differences, the things they do that annoy you, the things that you do that annoys them as well. So those kind of aspects of that relationship, which are always getting in your way, always getting in their way as well. Now the good, or rather like the positive side of the matter, it is that whatever problems you do have in between one another, they are fixable, they are not irreparable, okay? And the only thing you gotta do in order to fix them is to start working on them. It's not something that is beyond your capabilities, and that's by a large margin, okay? Now, the problem is, though, that the other person is going to be unwilling to cooperate for one of the two. Either they won't be able to see that they're just as much into it as you are, so meaning that they simply don't see their fault, or they may think that you owe them something. They see that it is their fault, but still you owe them something, so you will have to do the heavy lifting this time around. None of those things are true, okay? But when one thinks something, it's very difficult to turn around. And the other problem is that the more you try to make a point, the worse the thing becomes. So, what is the best way moving forward? And that is the theory of the serial killers. You know, I watched a documentary. It was a long time ago. I think it was either on Discovery or it was either on a crime scene investigation channel. It was on either of the two, okay? And it was they were talking about the mind of a serial killer, and it's how serial killer operates. It is that they give to their victim, you know, they first takes almost everything from them, okay, and then they give them a glimmer of hope that the victim can get out, okay, can save themselves, and then they strip that glimmer of hope too, and that pretty much keeps them thinking that pretty much this satisfaction of control and of dominance over someone else's life makes them go for another victim and for another victim and so on and so forth. That is a psychology, and it is pretty much, you know, what's how you should approach the situation, instead of, at least according to these cards, if you do want improvement. And it is that instead of confronting first you should show your love. First you should show how much hope you put into it, okay, and how well the future for both of us can be, and then stripping that hope, so the other person who does not want to cooperate with you see what they are about to lose, you know, if they do not cooperate. It is a sneaky move. It is a blow beneath the waist, so to speak, or a blow beneath the belt. But it is what it takes if you do want to get one step ahead. Okay, that is, at least according to the cards, very psychological reading is what we do have for you, Gemini. And you do it at the end. You deliver the blow by the end by saying everything you have on your mind, no matter how cruel and how unpleasant for the other person is going to be, because the other person here that we do have as the page of cups, they have to put their, I don't know, I'm sorry for the vulgar expression, but I hear it many times in the movies. They gotta put out their head out of their arses, and instead of approaching everything by the way they feel, they have to see it clearly with their mind. And that can only happen if they kind of like feel the taste of losing you in one or the other way. Thank you, Sandra. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy it all the way through. So guys, that is literally how the most important thing into the week. Of course, there are going to be more aspects into your week, but that is the prime topic that you will have to deal with there. Other than that, whatever your problems you are facing into the material world, those problems, you will find resolution to them. But finding and exploiting it, or finding and applying it, are two different things. So you're going to find resolution, and it is up to you how you would wish to apply it, if at all you decide to apply it in any way possible. Hello, Richard. Welcome to the stream as well, and I hope you enjoy your time around. All right, so the last star sign of the first tritine of the stream, which is going to be Cancer, then a free reading giveaway, and then we move to the second third of the live stream, which are going to be the next 4 star signs. So Cancer, your card first, that is going to be the Devil, followed by the second one here, which stands as the King of it's the King of the Kings. In fact, that is to be the Emperor. Moving next, we have the Page of Swords, and the last one that is, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Those 4 cards for you guys. Here, let me draw one for the Page. Ooh, that will be the Page of Wands. Right, so you are about to be delivered a very good news, which good news is going to open up a powerful position of yourself. In fact, it's going to be so powerful that you're going to end up being intoxicated of it. The only way I can think of it is that you are going to be delivered a leverage into your job or into your relationship. And yeah, it's this week you are gonna find yourself in a position that whatever you say, it simply goes, and therefore you will have all the means necessary, if you can even say it that way, to do whatever the hell you like. Okay, to do whatever you want, and to fulfill your fantasies, your hungers, you know, anything that you consider you have chased by that point. Now, what you risk with it is becoming tyrannical, squeezing instead of caressing your love life. You are about to squeeze it very hard, Okay, instead of being cooperative into your career, for example, you are to become a tyrant as well. And that is if you do lose yourself into the leverage that it is to be brought to you into this week through, like I said, an unexpected good news coming your way, which is going to help you push things forward. Now, by the end of the week, though, you using this this power, so to speak, you Cancer will be able to resuscitate something of a stall into your life, like of a stall that you have set aside and it was sitting there for a long time ago just because you couldn't do it. You didn't have the means, but you do now. Okay. It could be a revival of an old project, rekindling of an old flame, right? Resuscitating of an old friendship, whatever you need, like I said, whatever you want, you get a chance to do it. Just please don't do it in a way that is gonna mess around with other people's life. Because while the devil, especially having onto the second position, the emperor, gives you an immense, unfathomable amounts of influence, standing, and we can summarize all that as a power. Okay, it comes with a price that has to be paid afterwards, and you don't want to find yourself paying more than you know. What you want is to develop a potentials that you couldn't develop beforehand without having such this leverage and that power. On a more practical level here, we have an individual that is gonna present you with something new, like they are gonna come to aid you, all right, or they're going to give you some kind of an information that once again is gonna make you very powerful. Secrets, for example, okay, that you can use as a leverage, or it's just the helping hand you always needed. Use it to your own benefit, not to someone else's detriment. And that is literally how the reading stands for Cancer here. That's it's your future, literally, according to these cards, hangs on what choice you are gonna make. And if you do make the choice to ruin other people's lives, guys, there is a difference in between being self-absorbed and in between being selfish. Okay, being self-absorbed means you do things about yourself, or at least in my book that is doing things about yourself, concerning only about yourself, but not making harm to others. Well, being selfish, you take away from others to become bigger, and that is not how you operate into the upcoming week. You are self-absorbed, but you do it on your own means, not through taking someone else's means for your benefit. And that concludes the first third of the readings, guys. Now a break is gonna take place and a free reading giveaway also. So if you do want to participate into the free reading giveaway, all you gotta do is just input a question into the comments here of the live stream, and after about 5 minutes I'm gonna pick one question and I'm going to perform a professional reading on that question. Today is also the last day of the queue for the November monthly tarot reading, and as well Le Grand Tableau, or Tableau, Pisces Moonbeam. It's Tableau. It is a 36 cards Lenormand reading that shows you the events you cannot avoid in your future. So if you do dare your future, you might as well want to go for that reading. Information for both you're gonna find into the description down below. Like I said, today is the last day of the queue. Coffee break. Yeah, well, cheers. It's a coffee break. Of course, if you do wish your personal reading, you can go to my website, which you're also going to find into the description down below. And there at the very front page, you're going to see, guys, full list of my services, their pricing, and you can go for whatever service suits you best and answers your budget. And of course, those who do support what I do in the channel through Super Chat is gonna get their reading at the end of the stream, regardless. And hello, Karma. Welcome to the stream. So no questions, no free readings. Well, Crystal, the struggle is always real. I just read your comment. And the funny thing is that no matter how well you think you are in life, you always have a struggle. Uh, well, Crystal, if you want them back, you should go for them. No questions asked. After all, you loaned them. You have not gifted them, so they are yours still. You gotta go for them. I would have gone for them. But I was about saying, you always struggle no matter what life you have. Okay. Believe it or not, people who have everything, they also struggle because they do have everything and they're alive. Believe it or not, it may seem very shiny outside and how can I say, very happy, but when you do not have anything to live for, or any goal in front of yourself, it's not a life, it's a struggle. Have you tried video games, Richard? They helped me a lot, man. I mean, if you guys doesn't know my story, but literally video games, they do save my life in both ways, literally and as well figuratively. What operations? What do you mean operations? All right, let's pick a question. Okay, so Robin struggles with a relationship issue, both romantic and platonic. Any way through? Any resolution whatsoever? Well, maybe you should, Richard, because you know sometimes the video games piss me off because they are so unfair. Okay, they're made so unfair. but you are in control in them. I mean, you do control your character, you do control the environment, so it's something that doesn't betray you. Okay, it's just something that doesn't betray you, and believe it or not, it helps a lot. And the best thing that it does, it takes your mind off it. Okay, whatever struggle you do have, or whatever source of unhappiness you do have, and it makes you happy. So you may want to try it out. Any resolution. Yeah. Video games. Now the only problem with them is that they serve as distraction when you have to put some work. And especially if you work from home, oh my god, you are in trouble. So, Robin, those three cards, and the answer is quite, I would say, complicated. Is there a resolution? There is a resolution. But the problem is that, how do I put it into words? The problem is that the whole situation is taken way too personally than it should be, okay? And it is way too forced forward instead of looking backwards. What I mean, it is that somewhere at the beginning of it, or somewhere, yeah, at the very first stages of that relationship, it's things were overlooked, okay, or they were swiped under the rug, like behavior traits, you know, like things said and so on and so forth. And it is just you both have to go back to the beginning. If I were you, and that was of course possible, I would try to restart the whole thing around and start right from the beginning. If not, if that's impossible, then you have to talk about the past and, you know, things that are uncomfortable for both of you. Because what happens is that it's not a relationship that is, or it transforms not as much as a relationship which serves both people. It transforms more as a some kind of an ambition that it needs to be satisfied. It needs to be, how can I say, a completed. So it's more of a conquest rather than something that it is supposed to make you happy. And that conquest should stop, okay, even if that means that you have to abandon it. That is also considered as a resolution, because resolution works for you, not for the relationship. Or that resolution is going to work for you, for the fact that we do have the Chariot at the start, which is a solo card. It is a personal card, meaning that you will prevail. It doesn't mean that the other person or the relationship or whatever relationship you're asking for is to prevail as well. So yeah, try it out. See if you can go back to the beginning with that guy or with these guys. See if you can work it out there. And if you can't, then you just have to move on, because that's also a resolution. Good evening, Anna. From Trick and Trading. Oh my God. Who do you trick today? No, I didn't have a medical stuff done to me yet, Crystal. Hopefully my problems are to wear off on their own. And I'm saying hopefully. Right, guys. couple of minutes, and then we're moving to the second 4 star signs. You won or he lets you win, Sandra. I don't play competitively, you know, that's the whole point of video games. To play it for fun, not competitively. I never understood why people would do that to themselves. Oh, it was the candies. All right. Well, yeah, if you win, but if you lose, that's a whole different story, is it not? All right. Moving next, we do have Leo. And the first one for Leo, that will be the Page of Wands. Followed by the second one for Leo, that is going to be the Empress. Moving next, we do have the Queen of Swords. And the last one for Leo, that will be the Seven of Wands. Let me draw one more card for the Queen of Swords. We do have the Sun card there. Okay. Happy Halloween to you too, Street Cat. All right, so Leo, that will be quite of a, how can I say, exciting, right? So the word that I was searching for is a exciting week for you guys. This week you are to be addressed with quite of a few things which are going to happen to be new for you, okay? Maybe new clients, for example, at work, new situations, new people to introduce yourself into. So new things coming your way, okay? And let me check on the second card. So the only problem that you are going to face throughout the week here is that these new things, some of them, you either going to feel unprepared for them. And it's kind of like they could have happened on a better time or on a better place, or you may feel a bit rushed. Okay, like you don't have much time to spend with the situation in general, and you will have to go from one situation right away into the other, right? So no break whatsoever there. The good stuff though, it is that you're gonna have somebody by your side, that person, Queen of Swords here, which literally it's solo purpose, or her or his solo purpose, because this could be also a male, doesn't have to be a female, is to see you growing and make you happy, okay? Through what means, through what ways, I cannot say is going to be different for each one of you, but with this person, depending on the situation you are in, you can make money together, for example, okay? That may be your physician, which is going to improve your health, or your lawyer, for example, that is going to win your case. So a person who is capable to push your problems through, or the resolution of your problems through, or the couples therapist, which is going to fix your relationship. So we do have an individual that is going to make you very, very happy, and that individual is a part of those new things through. And through that individual, you will be able to expand, to grow, and to make significant progress moving forward. In fact, there is such a progress that's unknowingly, you are going to start accumulating rivals. You are going to start accumulating grievances from people which are around you, okay? And by the end of the week, you probably are going to start hearing some hearsay about you. And it is a hearsay, okay? It's a speculation, a lie, a gossip, a rumor. But that thing is going to start undermining your excitement, your positive experience from what is going on of the week. And so what you need to do is not to allow it to spread any further, to infest your life, okay? It will be very contagious. And how can I say, it will be like a pestilence, and thus you will have to confront it straight away right there, because otherwise you do risk losing what you are to build throughout the week, these new things which are coming your way. The week is going to present you with many new stuff. So at the end of the week, you need to have that readiness to jump into confrontation, to jump into action, to pretty much guard what you are building within your life, and what you are able to accomplish through the help of this individual Queen of Swords. And I was about to say one more thing here before I wrap the reading around. So regardless of that, you will have somebody to support you throughout the week, okay? That's very formidable help. That is to be on your side, Leo. You also are going to start reminding or understanding how strong you are in reality, and that is going to build up your self-confidence, which through it, or rather like through which confidence you are going to now start daring of initiating plans or anticipations that you had before, which were just, you know, a wishful thinking. But no wishful thinking anymore for you, Leo, because now you will have the build-up confidence and the strong back you needed to push forward with it. So it's a great week for you guys. Buckle up and be prepared to be thrown from one thing to another, which all of them are going to be quite exciting. All right, so moving next, we do have Virgo. Hello, KDK. Well, Miss N, thank you for your $7 support. Thank you so much, Miss N. Let me put you into the list, and at the end of the live stream, I'm going to perform you a reading on your inquiry. So, career decision. Yeah, it has been a while. You're right. Right, so Virgo. First one for you guys, that is going to be the King of Cups. Let me check if you can see the cards here. So the King of Cups. Moving next, we do have the Page of Swords, followed by the third one, which is going to be the Five of Swords, and the last one, that is going to be the Sun card. So we do have those four. Let me draw one more for the Page of Swords. That will be the Four of Swords. It's not that bad. So it's a pretty short reading for you, Virgo. Okay. This week you are to be addressed with some kind of a proposition, okay? Some kind of an offer, and it's gonna be very tempting offer. Literally, when you are addressed with it, it's gonna be a thing that just makes sense, okay? And doesn't matter how hard you try to convince yourself out of it, it just is gonna be nonsensical for you to do so, okay? So very, very tempting offer. The side that is going to address you with that offer, it doesn't necessarily have to be one individual. It could be an organization, corporation, you know, and so on and so forth. But the side that is going to address you with the offer is going to be very professional. So it will breed confidence in you, okay? And under professional, I mean simultaneously is going to make sense, and it will present you with things that you feel very good about it, okay? With rewards, future in generally, that's you feel very, very good about it. Although we will have a person in your environment that is going to happen to be very skeptical about it as well. And probably they are going to confront you with, I will say it for now, arguments. Okay, so they are going to confront you with arguments not to take the offer. Now, those arguments are going to seem as well very logical, and this thing may tear you apart. But the Page of Swords are the court card, the individual, the archetype that it is best good at presenting fictions as facts. And what does it difficult? It is that by having that Four of Swords as a catalyst to the Page of Swords, it means that they are, by this point, were a very faithful companion of yours. So you cannot ignore from one side, you won't be able to ignore that this offer that comes your way, it's something you will hate yourself not taking if you don't take it. And from the other side, you cannot ignore the fact that you have someone that was loyal to you, faithful to you, which is advocating against it. Tough situation. It's like a situation being in between the hammer and the anvil, right? So on a positive aspect here that we have, it is that, well, it's not that much of a positive aspect really. It's like more of a personal standing is or what is helping you. It is that side of your nature that at the end is gonna say, you know, if you gotta stop listening to the others if you want to do something to grow yourself. And thus it seems that you eventually are gonna strive for victory, and your victory is going to be complete by the end of the week here. So I do believe that you're gonna take the offer no matter what that person that happens to be very faithful and loyal to you is going to threat you with, because they most likely are going to threat you with that they're gonna abandon you, leave you. They may even put you under a how can I put it into words, a mental cruelty, like how can you do this to me, you owe me, and so on and so forth. But you it seems that you are going to be able to withstand all that and take the offer, and that offer is gonna lead you to the sun. Now the sun doesn't only speak that this offer that will be addressed to you throughout the week is going to be so gainingful, man. I mean, it's going to be a thing that's we can't even speak about enjoying here. It's going to be a thing that's will help you build. It's not even helping you. It will be a pinnacle of building your life. But also the sun points that no matter what grievances you are going to build up with the Page of Swords, at the end of the week, you will bury the hatchet. Both of you are gonna bury the hatchet, and you're just gonna go along with your lives, probably having the same relationship you had beforehand. So we have a momentary, how can I say, momentary collision here, momentary confrontation in between you and that loyal companion of yours. But after the whole deal is sealed, they're just gonna swallow it down. All right, they're gonna chew on it and just move on with you forward, because friendship, love, or whatever, it's far stronger than that. And that's literally your week, Virgo. It revolves all around that proposition which is coming your way. Now, as far as love life is concerned here, you may have to choose in between a lover and a friend, okay? And again, the choice is going to be kind of tough and kind of rough, but whichever decision you make, you are gonna end up in a good terms with both of them, okay? Because no matter what you are threatened with, no matter what's how can I say, what kind of a leverage is thrown at you or thrown against you, so to speak, by the end of the week, they both are gonna come to your senses. And the ordinarity of the relationship you had with both of them is going to be restored. So choose the one that you feel for the most. Hello, Ella. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy your time as usual. All right, so next one, that is going to be Libra. For Libra, the first one, that is going to be the Chariot card, followed by the Knight of Cups. Moving next, we have the Page of Swords. The last one, that is going to be the Ten of Cups. Oh. Right, so for the Knight of Cups, the additional card is the Nine of Pentacles. And for the Page of Swords, the additional card is the Ace of Pentacles. Ooh. Talking about being in between the hammer and the anvil. Just give me a second. All right, Libra, that is your situation throughout the week, guys. We do have one person promising you literally the world, and we do have another person who is trying to show you how that is a lie, okay? And the person who is trying to show you that that is a lie, unfortunately, they are right. Well, they may be wrong about the lie, but they are right about the untruthfulness of the promise here. Because the Knights of Cups, they are not necessarily liars, okay? Although into the second position, although very seldom what they tell you comes in any shape or form to reality. And that is because they speak big without knowing what they're talking about. For example, promising that, I don't know, they are going to marry you, and while they do truly mean it and they intend to do it, they have no idea how this is going to take place. Okay, they just don't know. They are saying it because they want that to happen, but they are not ready. They don't have the means. They don't have the position, the situation, and whatsoever. And thus, it seems that you will almost gonna fall for it. And I'm saying almost. Because in your case, Libra, I don't know how. I know that you are very good at being practical and as well being very. It's not even skeptical, but being very objective, so to speak. But for one or another reason, this one had enchanted you or is about to enchant you. And no matter how ridiculous and how unbelievable what they're telling you to sounds, you will want to believe it. And many of you will, at least at the start. And then that Page of Swords person is stepping in into the situation, which is challenging everything you have been told by the Knights of Cups. And he starts explaining you how and why what they are telling you is bullshit. It's just, it's unapplicable, so to speak. And let me check on the first card here. Yeah. And does, well, that will be a tough move from your behalf. So, and I don't know how exactly to explain it. So while you are gonna hold your horses in regards to what you have been told by the Knights of Cups individual, you are gonna still maintain it as a possibility into the future. And thus you're gonna end up sustaining both people in your life, being ready to jump into what you have been promised when the time is right, but the time is not right now, okay? And you are going to move on with your life knowing that one day what you have been promised is going to come true, but it's going to be not today. Regardless of it, Libra, at the end of the week, you're going to end up in a very pleasant place. Just for the solo reason that you are to be given a proof that somebody loves you, okay? That even just for that reason, you are gonna feel good, regardless of what they have promised you happened or did not happen, okay? So we have a person who is feeding up your emotions with all of the good intentions, but all of the wrong reasons, okay? And we do have somebody that it is opening your eyes to see that the reasons are wrong, at least for now. Regardless, just because the intentions was great, that is going to put you in a very, very great great position at the end of the week, great spots, and you are going to be truly happy with what you have around you, with what you have at your job, with what you have at your home, you know, with what you have with your children, if you do have any, or with your relationship as well. And one day, what you have been promised throughout the week is going to manifest, and you just have to wait that to happen. Hello, Mac. Welcome to the stream. All right, so moving next, we have Scorpio. I'm really crossing fingers for this one. The first one is going to be the 10 of Cups, followed by the 5 of Cups. Moving next, we do have the 4 of Swords. And the last one here, that is going to be the 9 of Cups. Just give me a second here, guys. So all in all, it's going to be a pleasant week, okay? All in all, it's going to be a week where whatever plans we do have bestowed upon ourselves, they are going to end up in a quite satisfiable stage by the end of the week, that is. either career-wise or either relationship-wise. And this will be a week where, especially for those of us who recently suffered through a really bad breakup, for example, or we lost our jobs, right? Or we have accomplished unsatisfiable results, insufficient results, and we lost faith in ourselves, in our job, in what we're doing in general, or in our love life. That hope is going to be resuscitated, or rather, like it either all of a suddenly or through a slow progression, is going to be revived into our life. The only issue that I see into this week for us is that we are going to start second guessing ourselves. Have we done the right decision? And under a right decision, I don't mean right decision for one or another thing. I mean a right decision of ourselves. You know, in the past, we chose a path, right? We chose a path to be a lawyer. We chose a path to be a physician, for example. We chose a path to be with this person or with that person, right? We chose a path to be kind or to be evil, whatever path we chose. And we are going to start having doubt that we have chose the right path. And that doubt, it is something that can ruin our experience throughout the week. So we should not let or allow that thing to happen. How can happen? By we being emotional about our failures, okay, and about our misfortune that is either going through the week or it happened back in the days. What I'm trying to say, guys, is that, for example, just because you have been turned down and denied from, say, 20 men or 20 women by now, it doesn't mean that you cannot end up in a very good relationship and being loved, happy, having a family, okay? It just means that they were not right for you. They were not right for us. And that's why we got denied and we got rejected. But that doesn't mean that we can't be with anybody, right? So we should not for a second doubt in our presence and with our capability to be compatible with somebody, or to, if you will, give love into the world. Same thing about relationship, about career. Just because one firm or another doesn't want to hire you, or they let you off, okay, or laid you off, doesn't mean that you are a bad lawyer or a bad physician, you know, or a bad counselor, and so on and so forth. It means that they just can't appreciate you. So you should not second guess yourself of the career path you have chosen. And once you stop second guessing yourself, guys, then you are going to reach a moment of peace, and whatever concerns and I'm saying we because I'm a Scorpio as well, whatever concerns about the future we have, whatever, how can I say, fears we went through, they will start shrinking more and more to a point that they just won't make any sense for us. And at the end of the week, as a Scorpio, we will feel like we are fully prepared for the future. We have a plan, we have a strategy, we have everything set it up, and now it's time for us to make our move. Do I? Well, that's good, I guess. Like I said, Charlie, if it's not the right one, it's not the right one, man. So Pisces is back already? My God, Ella, what are you doing to these men? Thank you so much for your $9.99 support. Let me put you into the list, and at the end of the stream, I'm gonna tell you what is going to happen. All right, let me write it down. So Pisces is back. is back. What will happen? Okay. Right, guys, so the second break right now, and the second free reading giveaway is going to take place about now. In order to participate into it, everything you gotta do is just input your question into the comments of the live stream, and after 5 minutes I'm going to pick one question and I'm going to perform a professional reading on that question. If you do wish a personal reading with me, you can go to my website, which you're going to find into the description of the live stream, and there you're going to see full list. At the very front page you're going to see full list of my services, as well their pricing. Based on your budget and your needs, you can go for whichever service suits you best. Today is also the last day of the queue for the Lenormand Le Grand Tableau 36 cards reading, which basically shows you events that you cannot avoid into the future. So if you do dare your fate, that is something you want to go for. There is no sugar coating in this one, by the way, and you can't control it like you can control tarot reading. But also the queue ends for the monthly personalized reading for the month of November. So if you do want to know about your month of November, you can go for that service as well. The reading is 9 cards, focuses on your career, finances, and as well a love life. You are single, you say? All right. We will see about that. Ella, what's going to happen? Right now, I do need a clarification. What's going to happen in terms of development, or what's going to happen in terms of like the next important event in between you two? Which one do you want? Because I have to for the development. I would use tarot cards. For the event, I'm gonna use the Lenormand cards. So you just have to tell me which one do you want. What do you mean, Ianella? Like, what do you have to do to get a reading, or how do I do the readings? But what do you mean with that? It doesn't. It doesn't have a line. Okay, your money are your hard-earned money, so as much as you give, it will be well appreciated, and you are going to be set into the list at the end of the live stream where you are going to have a reading. Yes, you can, of course, but it doesn't have a line. Okay, so you can donate as much as you feel you want to. All right, so let's check on how are going to be the next 3 months in regards to money for Charlie. I'm glad that you changed the topic, by the way, Charlie. You were asking about that girl or a woman or whatever, so I'm glad you changed the topic. In terms of personal reading, payment for personal reading, yes. Only PayPal only. Those are your cards, Charlie. So next 3 months, man. Oh, look, in regards to cash, your cash flow, it's going to be average, to say the least. Okay, so cash flow, it's not going to be a problem. What is going to be a problem for your finances? It is the expenses. You, man, can get into some really heavy expenses into the next month, and that is you getting yourself into them. Like, for example, if you are a gambler, you may start gambling more than you have, all right? Or yeah, I got tired of it. That's and asking the same thing over and over again is not going to change the answer at all. So bottom line, you may be beguiled into spending money, more money than you can afford. And the worst for it is that we also have the world card here, which means that if you do get into it, there is no easy way out. Okay, so if you get into debt, it will be a big thing. It will be a huge thing, and you are going to carry on that debt for a very, very long time. There won't be any help about it. Okay, so it will be very important into the next 3 months to spend money only on essentials or only on what you can afford. You do not take risk in regards to your finances, right? Other than that, the cash flow is going to be average the least, at least according to these cards. All right, so a couple of minutes, guys, and after I'm gonna move to the next for the last 4 star signs, and then the last free reading giveaway is gonna take place, and afterwards I'm gonna move to the super chat readings, and wrap up the live stream. Crystal, thank you for your one New Zealand dollar support. Thank you, Crystal. Let me put you into the list, and at the end of the live stream, I'm going to perform you a reading. Yeah, Charlie, just oh, don't you worry, Crystal. I mean, it's like I said, it's your hard-earned money, so I don't judge based on the amount you give me. All right, it's just I will do the same reading. So Charlie, yeah, what was I about to say to you, man, is that you gotta be very careful with your spendings. Because that's the thing, Crystal. I was right now, I could say I'm not rich by any means, okay, but I am in a comfort zone, so to speak. But the first 26 years of my life, now that I roll back the tape, I don't know how I survived, okay, and I know what it is not to have anything. I really know what it is. Um, and that's why I don't judge. It's just, money, they come and go. And I am how can I say, I am an example how in one morning your life can, in a 1 second, so to speak, your life can turn around for better or for worse. Nurse Devon, thank you so much for your £8.99. Thank you so much. Let me put you into the list. And at the end of the live stream, we're gonna check on your love life. So yeah, it's and I don't want to sound mean, okay, but I had a couple of times an encounter where people told me that you cannot translate it really into English, but from my language, it translates like I don't have a future or something like this. It is like, or a drive for the future. I don't know how to say it. And my response is always the same. It's these, because I do know the history of these people, and they were with a silver spoon in their mouth. They don't get to talk to me like that, or to people like us who clothe ourselves upwards from this sub-zero level, right? They just don't get to talk to us like this. And yeah, my life may be simple. It may be even boring for many, but it is the way I like it. Because I had it way too dynamic in a bad way in my childhood. I don't want it like that any longer. Do I have a partner? You mean girlfriend? No, I don't have one. 4.5 years single now. Before that, I had a girlfriend for about 6 months, and before that, I have been single for about, how much was it? 11 years, I believe. So my love life is pretty much DOA, guys, and sometimes I have in the live streams people asking me about advice, not a tarot reading, but advice about their love life. I am probably the least tangible and how can I say reliable person to give you an advice for a love life, how to get a partner. okay, or how to sustain with somebody. I am the right person to ask about, you know, how to keep up with yourself, because I'm pretty much doing it and I am not unhappy, okay? I am happy. So I learned to live with myself. Yeah, but asking me for advice on a love matter, it's, unless it's a tarot reading, I think it's inappropriate because I don't have much experience into it myself. Hello, Nurse Devon. See, you know, I have been dealt a bad hand through my birth, but that makes it 1,000 times worse when somebody does that to you, you know. All right, Sagittarius. First one we do have for you, Sagittarius, that is going to be the Ace of Wands, followed by the second one here, which stands as the Queen of Pentacles. Moving next, we do have the Magician, and the last one that is going to be the Seven of Swords. I do have about how many was 4 or 5 planets into Sagittarius, and it's kind of shameful that I don't know my chart myself, okay, but I'm pretty sure that Sagittarius is the most cramped and saturated star sign in my chart, so that reading refers to me big time as well. And as far as Sagittarius is concerned, that week for them is full steam ahead, all right? It is set sail ahead and do not turn back even for a second. Now we do have that Queen of Pentacles here into the second position, and the card that I'm going to draw for it, the additional card that I'm going to draw for it, that is the Six of Pentacles. So we do have those couple of cards, and that is a person who is sitting higher than you are into the hierarchy. What I mean is that that could be that is somebody that is calling a shots, but they're not. But you are not tied to them. Like for example, that may be your supervisor. Okay, so they are calling your shots, but for as long as you work for them, you may decide not to work for them. Okay. So while that person can tell you what to do, they do not fully control you. And this week, they will ask you guys, or they will ask us, so to speak, to do something which will happen to be the final straw. And once we detach from them, all right, we are to see that the world is full with gainingful enterprises, with gainingful opportunities. Okay. And let me check on the cards one more time. Yeah, it's pretty clear because we do have the Magician on the third position, and I keep saying we, but yeah, I am. I just said as an example, Egypt. It could be, you know, a friend that you are way too attached to that you cannot say no. Right, or it may be a parent of yours that's if your family structure is way too patriarchal, or it has a huge patriarchy into your family. What was I about to say here is that as we do have the Magician into the third position, it's pretty clear that this liberation you Sagittarius are going to accomplish throughout this week is gonna open up a lot of room for you to be versatile, to try things around, and is going to build up your own personal sovereignty, which may push you to decide that now is the time to do your own business. Now is the time, you know, to go for the big type of relationship, for example. It just is going to, I don't know how to put it into words, but it's going to become to make you more and more determined that if you are to do something next time around, you will make sure to do it for yourself. Okay, so if you are to work, for example, you are to work so you can become rich instead of making someone else's rich. Okay, if you are to be with someone, you are going to be with someone so you can be happy instead of making the other person happy. And that's pretty much is going to lead you at the end of the week here. You are going to start cutting off ties with organizations, for example, aspects of your life, people as well, structures that are using you, kind of like drinking or taking up from your resources, giving you nothing in return. In what I like to say here, it is that you are going to stop being a participant into someone else's war and instead start leading your own battles. And thus, at the end of the week, you're gonna end up demanding the attitude you deserve, demanding the compensations you deserve, you know, demanding as well the appreciation that you deserve. You're also going to show that you are with a strong backbone, that you can withstand your opposition, you can withstand your opinion, for example. Also, your self-righteousness is going to be very accurate, very in tune. Therefore, you will know your price, and through it you will allow no one to beguile you from there moving forward. So it's a detachment, which is a necessary detachment from a person that it is just holding you, cradle you down. All right, no different than no different than these situations where, you know, a family cannot let their child go and just do a life for themselves. And once that child is detached from the family, it's capable to grapple itself away from the family. It kind of like it now can breathe and can enjoy life, and it sees that life is way bigger and way more beautiful than it was taught to them. You will, Egypt. All right. Moving next, we do have Capricorn. All right, so Capricorn, first one, we do have the Seven of Wands, followed by the second one, which is going to be the Wheel of Fortune. Moving next, that will be the Knight of Cups, and the last one for you, Capricorn, that is going to be the Ten of Pentacles. The additional card to the Knight of Cups, it is the Queen of Cups. So you do definitely have a person next to you that loves you, right? It's just, there is no question about it here. And a huge portion of the week is going to revolve around this person, which may be a family member, right? It could be a wife or a husband. It is just somebody that you already know, and you both are very close with one another. Okay, it's just you are very, very close with one another, and you would need their support because the week is going to be, it's going to suck. All right, it just is gonna suck because you will find yourself being in predicaments. All right, it's just, I don't know what kind of predicaments those are going to be, but it seems that you will consider them very misfortunate circumstances which are happening your way. It will feel like generally the universe, faith, I don't know, Life is against you, like your laundry machine is breaking at the very inconvenient moment, all right, or your car doesn't want to start at the morning when you have to rush because you have an important meeting. These kind of stuff, you know, that it is just they just happen, and you can't find your way around them. And this is going to put you in a quite defensive position, okay, in a sense of that you will start feeling that the whole world is against you, the whole world but this person. And that individual is going to work with you, is going to help you to first bring yourself up emotionally, is going to listen to you, your plights, your worries, you know, your grief, your pain, and as well your happiness. That person understands you very, very well. That person has a very big knowledge into your nature, what you need, how do you need it, and so on and so forth. And together you will be able emotionally to pull through that whole thing. Now, it does look like that recently you didn't had pretty good time together, okay? Either something happened, or just the circumstances were such that you couldn't spend time as much as you wanted in between you two. But and that's why I think that it is, because we do have the Ten of Pentacles at the end, because the Ten of Pentacles at the end points that these difficulties that you will have to face throughout the week, okay, that is going to be very energy consuming, okay, and those difficulties are going to always put you on the deadline. What I mean is that you will barely gonna be able to make it, so the whole week is gonna be stressful, tense week for you. But that stress and that and that tensity there, all right, that pressure that you are gonna feel, and after that the relief that this person is gonna bring to you is gonna make you very, very close to one another. Okay, that's the reason why you have to go through the week that way. With the Ten of Pentacles at the end, that points that you are going to grow more trustworthy to one another, and as well you will become more independent from the world, meaning that exterior circumstances are not going to be able to influence the relationship you both have with one another, and also that relationship will become a way more comfortable than before. Okay, so that's the whole week that you are going to experience. So you also have to buckle up and be prepared to face some stressful, intense situation. Bye, Egypt. Thank you for sticking around. See you next time. All right, so moving next, we do have Aquarius. Thank you, Patricia. Happy Halloween to you too. Oh my god, that sounded so lame. Happy Halloween to you too. To you too. Right, Aquarius. First one, that is going to be the Six of Pentacles for you guys, followed by the second card here, which stands as the Tower. Moving next, we have the Eight of Wands, and the last one for you, that is going to be the Wheel of Fortune. It can, Amethyst. It can. So no matter how well you are in life, things can always go worse. And no matter how bad you are in life as a situation, things can always improve. Okay, so taking things for granted or giving up, it's not an option either way. I will need a minute here with the Aquarius reading. So, I am rising Aquarius, by the way. And it seems that guys, some kind of a unpleasant situation or unpleasant circumstances are coming about. Okay, and they are going to be unpleasant because we won't gonna have for one of the few reasons. Okay, I was about to say two, but they are actually few. I'm not going to be able to count them out, all of them, but so without a doubt, this week is going to be very busy and is going to be quite dynamic week. A week where we are going to be able to, or where we're going to have a chance to set the things straight, to settle the score, okay, into either career-wise, relationship-wise, friendship-wise, etc., etc. Now the problem is going to be, though, that's like I said, few things. One of them, which is going to be the most prominent one, is that we won't going to be able to make use of everything we have and everything that is presented to us as an opportunity, you know, as an openings, options available, and so on and so forth. So that means that we will be set into a position where we have to choose where we don't want to choose, and that will be a huge problem for us. The other thing that may get in our way is the time management. Okay, and not like we cannot figure out how to manage our time, but we won't gonna have the will, or we are going to struggle having the will to manage our time. So we may speak about fatigue, we may speak about lack of determination, lack of confidence, and so on and so forth. The third way how the week can get into our way is by having those opportunities given to us, but not at the right moment, not at the right time. It is like, you know, completely, I don't know, in completely messed up way. And that is going to put us in a standpoint where we have to do things which are out of our way as well, so we can take advantage of those opportunities. Kind of like juggling around with stuff into our week, trying to manage everything around. Regardless of it, like I said, the week is going to allow us to settle score, career-wise, relationship-wise, friendship-wise as well, and accomplish, how can I say, harmony, you know, wrapping things around, which is going to clear for us a lot of space, beautiful things to happen. And make no mistake, at the end of the week, beautiful things are gonna happen. So as I'm Aquarius rising, I have no doubt that whatever plans I have right now, they are going to be messed around with. But that being said, that doesn't mean that I won't be able to manage all that. Okay, I will. It is just I have to be prepared to do things that go out of my way, so to do it. But at the end of the week, we should be prepared for very fortunate circumstances, which not just only going to make our life better, but for some of us, they will happen to be a chance to make once in a lifetime change. A change that is gonna make a huge difference into our life. Sandy, thank you so much for your $5 support. Thank you so much, Sandy. Let me put you into the list, and I'm going to perform you that reading at the end of the live stream. In order this to be accurate as possible, Sandy, can you tell me if you are single or not? I need to know that because cards read very differently if you are looking for love or if you are trying to develop a current one. They just read very differently. And I will give you the Two of Cups. If you are looking for love, Two of Cups is undeniably, you know, new person coming your way. But if you are currently in a relationship, Two of Cups, depending on where it falls, it pretty much, in the grand scheme of things, means that you will have to bring down the boundaries that you do have in between you two, which are usually pride, shyness, you know, resentfulness, and so on and so forth. So they read in a very different way, and I need to know if you are single or not. Oh, widowed. So you are single. Okay. All right, so last but not least, we have Pisces. All right, so first one for Pisces, that is going to be the Ace of Cups, followed by the second one here, which stands as the Five of Pentacles. Moving next, we do have the Temperance, and the last one for Pisces, that will be the Chariot card. So we do have those 4 cards for Pisces. Okay. And Pisces are going to have a great week. I don't want to lie to you guys. So what the week is all about for you is think of the worst thing that happened that happened to you recently, Pisces. The thing that happened to you which ripped off the joy from your heart. Lawrence, welcome to the live stream. So think of that and how when it was ripped off, your a place in your heart became empty. Well, in this upcoming week, something is to happen to you, something that is going to bring about the needed change in your life that is going to refill back that empty spot in your heart. Now, while it's true that the Ace of Cups is love, it doesn't have to be an intimate love. It is the love for life itself. And therefore, you are gonna love the week, guys. That may be the job you needed, it may be the person you needed, you know, it may be the circumstances you needed as well. But something is about to make difference that is to transcend your reality into something you would love to experience and you would look forward to experience moving forward. Now though, we are not living in heavens, we are not living in paradise, so there is always a catch, isn't it? And the catch it is that there are to be quite of a material obstructions, okay? And under material obstructions, I mean mundane obstructions, like not having enough time, okay? Or if that's about a person you start talking, they may not be at the same place where you are, all right? Or you may be offered, say, an extra hours to work so you can supplement your income. You may not have that many free time after work. So these kind of mundane things that always gets into thine way. But because we do have Temperance here into the 3rd position, you can find a way to get over those mundane predicaments, mundane plights, so to speak, which are to obstruct you of being happy. And you are going to be happy at the end of the week. In fact, you are going to be in such a state here with the Chariot, Pisces, that you will be freaking proud of yourself. You are about to enjoy the work of your hard work, wish fulfillments, rewards, triumph, even against the overwhelming odds that you were facing before that week to start. So guys, if you have been recently literally destroyed romantically, well, you are about to re-experience romance like never before. If you have been annihilated career-wise, like being fired, laid off, or you're about to find a job that you are gonna freaking love, you have been betrayed by a friend, well, you're gonna find a person in this week, or a person is gonna find you this week, that it will be the most loyal thing you ever had. Okay, so whichever you lost, or whatever you lost back in the days or recently, it was for your own good, because the replacement is by 1,000 miles away better. Happy Halloween, Jane. Welcome to the stream. So that concludes the 12 star signs, and now the last free reading giveaway is going to take place, guys. I'm giving you 5 minutes as usual to input the question you want an answer for, and you can input it here into the comments below. That is the way how you participate into the free reading giveaway. Of course, if you do wish a personalized reading, you can always go to my website, and there at the very front page you're going to see full list of my services and as well their pricing. Today as well, it is the last day of the both queues for the Lenormand Le Grand Tableau a reading, which is 36 cards, a reading that shows you events which are to take, which you cannot avoid. So if you go for this one, you pretty much dare fate, and you have to be prepared to hear literally anything. Okay. And the second one is about a monthly personalized reading that focuses on your love, career, and as well money. Trick or treat. That's something that you say. We do not celebrate Halloween, Lawrence, so I have no idea what you just said to me. It's like you are asking me if I'm about to scare you or give you candy. I don't... Hello, Victoria. Yeah, I have done Gemini. You're welcome, Rebecca. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And Jane, thank you so much for your $5 support. Thank you so much, Jane. Let me put you into in the list. Oh, it's a joke. Yeah, I started doing them recently, Sandy, but only for the Le Grand Tableau queue. Ah, okay. So it's a sentence. It pretty much sentence you to give them candy. You're welcome, 30 Versailles. Well, I guess you cannot deny them, can you? Crystal, you can never be stupid with your feelings. You can just be ignorant. Okay, but you can never be stupid. Ah, okay. I get it. Oh, it's 3 overseas. Okay. All right, so 3 overseas. Is that Leo coming back in being faithful? The trick is, oh, right. Good night, Street. Thank you, Rose. So those are the cards. Okay. Those are the cards. And believe it or not, he does have those intentions. Okay. Believe it or not, he does have those intentions. But this is not unconditional. You know, 3 overseas. When somebody approaches you and tries to make amends, okay, and you hold them accountable for the past more than it needs. It is like always throwing it into their face, kind of like shoving it right there in any convenient moment. That is a sure way how that person ain't gonna be faithful. Okay, so is that Leo sure intends to make amends? So I guess he's going to approach you trying to with an intention to fix things in between you two. Okay, don't give him a hard time. Look, whatever was, it was. It's in the past. You gotta focus on the future. Okay, so that is your answer. Hello, Irma. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy it and you have a good time around. And happy Halloween. All right, let's move to the super chat readings now. First one, that is going to be Miss N, a career decision that Miss N needs to do. Just let me shuffle first. So Ella, do you want? I didn't. So, do you want a Lenormand draw or a tarot draw for your super chat question? Miss N, a career decision. It comes out whatever you call it, you ask for. So we have those two. Well, what they say, it is that you already made your mind. It is just you. There are a couple of things. first, it is not the right time to do what you have made your mind of, and the second, it is that's kind of like you are, I would say, afraid that's for you to do it. And I'm meaning about considering, okay? And I will try to explain you what I mean here. Say you are working, right? Say you are in a job and recently things are starting to develop in such a way that you are start considering leaving that job. So you have made your mind to leave your job. It is just, you know, it needs its time to boil up. You have been proposed in another state if you are living in the United States, okay, and you are considering it. You have made your mind. So that is so whatever you are considering, that is your decision. But like I said, it needs time to boil up and to develop. So for now, at least according to these cards, Miss N, it is best to stick around with what you got, and the right choice for you is going to pretty much become obvious. Okay, with time, you just stick around of how you are right now. All right. We do have those two for you, Ella. Those two. And with that, Pisces, I cannot say that you are going to end up together, Ella. But the very least, you will stay friends. Okay, the very least you are gonna stay friends. The thing is that we do have that judgment as a catalyst to the 10 of Pentacles, and these are a passive neutrals, which means that that is not the best match for you, but you can make it work. So it does depends on you know, what kind of a preferences you do have. If you do wish to be in a normal relationship, you allow that thing to develop in between you two, and you know, it's gonna happen. If you do wish for a perfect relationship, that's not the best candidate out there. Okay, but I'm also very curious, because your question is worded that way. I'm very curious to see what the Lenormands are about to say in terms of the next important event that is gonna take place in between you two. So let's check it out. You're welcome, Crystal. You are next, by the way, so into the super chat. So don't go away anywhere before you listen to your reading. So these are the cards, okay? We have the woman, the star, and the clover, and those speaks about kind of dates. Okay, they speak about temporary meets up that are going to be settled in between you two, like, I don't know, like friends with benefits type of thing. It is what those cards are speaking of. That is what you both are gonna decide to start from. Okay, but how far is going to develop, it depends on both of you. And this preference is gonna come from your side, because we have the woman there. Okay, you will decide, let's take it easy, you know, meet up whenever we have the time for, no commitment whatsoever, because the clover refers to the small things that are coming about without planning them. Okay, and the star is about finding a way. So finding a way about small things in between you two that does not require any planning. That is pretty much the important event, the next one. we have for you those two crystal, which are active friends, okay? And you are about to go push some hardship through in the next week. Okay, I don't know what your plans are for the next week, but if you are planning certain wraparounds, okay, if you are planning certain development, well then, let's see how it develops. You may decide to to see each other time to time when you have the chance to do so, okay, but not necessarily making a commitment. So back to Crystal. Crystal, I don't know what your plans are for the upcoming week, but in this week you will be able to develop to overcome a huge challenges, either career-wise or either relationship-wise. Crystal, those challenges are something you have worked over for quite of a long time, and you finally will be able in this week to get to the core of it, to get to the juicy part of the matter, and attending to it, that will allow you to seal the deal. Okay, so if you are chasing, for example, a big client, these cards speaks that you finally will be able to catch that big client or poach that big client. If you are, for example, trying to sign some kind of a contract, or trying to get into some kind of organization, or start dating with somebody, whatever you are chasing, whatever you are trying to develop, that took a long time for that, significant progress, if not how can I say, complete success, is going to be bestowed upon you. You're planning filing for bankruptcy. Well, if this is what those cards are referring to, it means that this bankruptcy is going to play way more benign role in your life than you may think of. Next one, Miss or Nus Devon, love life. Four of Swords with the Three of Swords. I don't like to serve the bad news, but not in the near future. And when I speak about the near future, I mean 6 months to 1 year. And a big reason for it is the loyalty. It's the loyalty that you will not gonna see into the other people. That is going to be the big reason. And the other reason is that you are not in the right mindset, at least according to these cards. Okay. So no love life, Nus Devon, in the next 6 months to 1 year. But in regards to love life, you can use that time to, it's not like figure out what you want, but it's more like setting up preferences, which is gonna help you to, I don't want to put it that way, but it seems that for now at least what you need is someone to put your mind at ease rather than your heart at bed. That's at least according to these cards. I am sorry that I am serving it that way, but it is what they say, and I do not sugarcoat things. Sandy, love reading. Those two, Sandy. So, you are going to be to attract. You are going to attract somebody that truly is going to be quite fascinated by your personality. Okay. The problem, Sandy, is that this person won't gonna be able to offer you anything that's is gonna make you certain of how this relationship is going to push forward and is going to move forward. That is. So for you, only thing I can predict from these couple of cards, Sandy, into the foreseeable future, meaning next 6 months to 1 year, it's a relationship that is gonna go on and off, on and off. But the good thing about these cards is that you will have no problem with it, because for one weird reason, it's not like you ain't going to give a damn about that person. It is just you're not going to be attached of being in a relationship that much, because your mindset is going to be, if the relationship isn't in the right condition, is better off that relationship. Okay. And last one, that is going to be Jane. Your week, Jane, is going to be with the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Those couple of cards, we do have a passive neutrals here into your week, and this week is you are going to be torn apart in between the due development and in between the new opportunities. Okay, so you will have some leftover work, leftover tendency, I'm sorry, that you will have to incorporate into the upcoming week, like you know, projects that has to be finalized, you know, like dates, or not dates but meetings that had been already set up, you know, and promises that had been given, for example. But throughout the week as you go forward, okay, the circumstances are gonna give you a chance to replace those things with something more exciting, with something more gainingful as you see it. Okay, and so you will have to make quite of a decisions throughout the week. Are you gonna live up to your original plan? Are you gonna live up to your original work, or you are gonna make a last minute change and probably disappoint certain people that you have already made promised of? Well, maybe not yet, Sandy, but who knows in a month or two. So Jane, that's how your week is gonna go, and the advice of the cards is to keep up with what you have already, what you are already developing, and solo reason for that, it is because you have it in the back. Okay, solo reason for that, it is that you just cannot mess the things around. While with the new enterprises, which are going to be exciting, things can go both ways, and it is best to develop a potential that is heretofore unexplored, rather than to gamble with that potential on a something new. Right, guys, so this is gonna do it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. Once again, if you do wish a personal reading with me, you can go to my website, which you're gonna find into the description down below. And there at the very front page, you're going to see a full list of my services, and as well their pricing. If you do enjoy the content here on the channel, leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, so you do not allow YouTube to decide what you are to watch, but you decide for yourself. And with that being said, we're going to see each other next time, and until then, bye.